fine, just to know. Can I start? So, guys, for me, this training was, I didn't expect the transformational part of it. It was, I thought it was just a training, and not a transformational process. In the last 5 years, I faced a lot of transformational path journey since I saved my life with the big fasting things and other things. But what I got the most from this journey is the next level of authenticity. And I already feel I'm very authentic, but really a next level. And for me, I understanding really, thanks to all of you, all the stories, everything I share with you, the real value at the next level of what respect mean. For me, the things to even ask the permission for entering the space of someone, or are you open for a hug, is a completely game changer for me. And from one side, I felt a resistance because I always felt to give, but I never think about it. If I want to give an hug, maybe the other person is not ready to receive. Because oh, come on, it's a hug. It's something that everybody loves, but it's not like that. It's not about me. It's about the others, and this is the most beautiful gift I received. I love everybody, every one of you, every stories. Maybe I didn't connect with all everybody, but the majority, and I got a piece from everybody. I learned, and it's very hard for me because I spent the majority of my life, 20 years at least, hiding myself, being the shyest guy on the planet. When I went to in places of to friends, I hide myself under the table. Was the kind of person. Until the age of 15, I wasn't able to enter a coffee shop and ask for a coffee, for how shy I was. And then there was the transformation, and I work a lot for try to become the frontman, the leading actor of my life, the leader of my life. And here again, as soon as I say, okay, I reach a level, um, another another transformational was requested by the universe, and I felt so blessed. I felt so grateful about that because now I've done no one, two, three more, four, 5 steps back, and I learned to stay in my place and become more a listener, and but the true listening, and I discovered the value of holding the space. I wasn't aware of what the fuck it means holding the space, and now I know, and I know thanks to all of you because I learned a lot from Alex for sure. You're such an inspirational man for me. Really, you know, I don't want to praise you because I know your relationship with the praising things. You don't want to be the leading actor of things, but come on, guy. No, really. Uh, I'll become a better person also thanks to you, in a very deep way, and also with all of you, all the things of the sharing, all the love. I had a very rough time, and what happened some days ago was so important, and without telling anything, I understand how we are really all connected, how we are all one, how we are all. There is this vibration, these frequencies, what there is the untold. We always use we. I always use the words to communicate, but there is an entire different word. It's not only about spirituality. It's all about communicating, just staying in fucking silence, and something. Whoa! So now I need to merge everything and crafting and become the new one, me. And so yeah, I really love everybody. That's it. I think I stay 3 minutes. I don't want to go further. I want to, yeah. Ha ho!
That's so you can take her.
It looks uncomfortable with that leaf in the back of his head.
It's beautiful, actually.
It looks
Creates
in the
a-
back of his head.
So I'll just put the timer there so you guys have awareness.
Okay. Right. I feel reborn. I feel that I can change the story that I've been telling myself and the story that I believed it was mine. And the intention I came with, I think it was my highest self really inviting me to this space about feeling. I came here with the intention of feeling. I revealed it on the first day, which was about I was not able to dive into my darkest, deepest, sad emotions, and I was not able to connect with a part of me. And I think that this space has been such a gift, and these 3 weeks have been such life transforming for me. Because of the intention I did carry for sure, but also because of each one of you being the gift. And I was just ready for this. I was just ready for this moment. And so I didn't know what to do, because I did find myself back into my 5 to 7-year-old moment. And I didn't know what to do with myself. I didn't know how to be by myself. I didn't know how to love myself on a bad day. Because it's good to love someone on a good day, and it's good to love me on a good day. And the thing I love the most about this training is how I was finally able to listen and to trust and to receive and to switch off all the voices that were going in through my head and honor each one of you for what you were bringing. And I take everything. And I feel so much rejuvenated. And yes, transformation is really painful. However, for me, it was worth every minute of it. And I could just feel beauty and joy and light coming up again. So, yes, I am the one I've been waiting for. And I'm truly happy to be here today. I wouldn't want to be anywhere else. Thank you. Aho.
Come on, stand up. Let me move that leaf, you're right.
Just get it over and done with, rather than sitting there for an hour feeling sick.
Smart girl.
So, yeah, the lessons that I got here were not the lessons that I thought I was going to receive at all. One of the biggest lessons, the biggest unexpected lesson I got was through Matt on many levels, but one of them was also I shared with a few people that I carry a lot of shame around connection. I've made some bad decisions where I've had to hide relationships and feelings, and I felt like this was replaying again, and I was in a container that I wasn't sure if I was allowed to have these feelings and these connections, and I could feel this repatterning, this spiraling, and instead of feeling shame, I felt celebrated and supported through all of you. And Gloria and Alex, thank you for celebrating us and giving us space to be seen in public. That meant a lot. Like, I didn't know if you guys are going to be pissed off, or I didn't know. Like, I didn't know what to expect. And to have everyone's support and to be able to be seen in the connection has been more healing than maybe you'd realize it was going to be. And through this connection, so many parts of myself were revealed that I wasn't wanting to look at. And I'm really grateful for that. I'm really grateful for each one of you. One thing that makes me sad is that this connection did take up a lot of my energy, which I'm really grateful for and have no regrets for, but it meant that sometimes I didn't get to connect with some of you as deeply as I would so love to. But there's a whole lifetime for that and a small planet to come see you all that. So I'm excited to have all those connections fizzing in the background. So thank you for all the lessons that you saw, but also all the lessons that you didn't see that you taught me. Thank you.
Oh. Inhale.
Oh.
Did someone stand up so she can sit somewhere?
Yeah.
There's always one someone.
I think the camera needs to be moved back a little bit. You don't want the blinds up?
Yeah. Thanks for the pro tips.
We're a community.
Still day.
Should I say my name? Well, my name is Giacomo. Almost exactly 2 months ago, I was in this Buddhist center monastery in northern Italy, and I remember I was in my room and it was completely white. And when it's white, my visual distortions come up even more. And so I got that moment where I said, like, you know what, I think I'm done with this shit. And I started thinking about who I would give my money to and all the people that I would like to write to. And you know, it was hard because I was writing about it, and I realized that I was thinking about suicide because if I did that, I would finally be seen, you know, and finally people would realize how much I was struggling and that it was not bullshit, you know, that I was making up, although it's invisible. And so I decided, you know what, I'm not actually done with it, so let me try this and let me take this leap of faith and go to Bali and do this training. And I'm very grateful I did it. As I told you before, I came here and I completely forgot who I was, what the world was all about, what connection was all about. And you know, like having that moment with most of you at the ecstatic dance the other night at the yoga bar, and then like dancing so fluidly, and you know, I felt alive again, and I felt that even with my old problems, I could still enjoy a night out and like create this amazing connection with people. Yeah, and bringing back like my playfulness and like my sense of humor is the biggest gift that I could get out of this training. I'm grateful for meeting all of you in different life stages, different backgrounds, different everything, and still feeling also connected. And so the other day when we were on top of the mountain, we did that beautiful breathwork that you guys facilitated, and the song that you decided to put, Experience by Ludovico Einaudi, is the soundtrack of one of my favorite movies, which is called Mommy by Xavier Dolan, which is actually Canadian, Ellie. And basically in the movie, there is this scene where this song is going on, and the mom is picturing the future of the son, and is picturing meeting him going to university and meeting a girlfriend and them getting married in all this joy. And it was just fiction. It was just her imagination. And so by listening to that song, I was thinking about my future, you know, and connection with people, helping others. And I said, this is the moment I want to rewrite my narrative. And that is not just my imagination, that will be my future. And at the end of that breath work, I could picture these streams of energy going out from the mountain and connect it to all the people that I love around the world. And I feel that in a few days we will take different roads, but I feel that that energy that connects us here now will still be strong wherever we are in the world. And so I want to thank specifically Matt and all the boys that were at your session the other day, because you guys all together and the people that were in the crowd observing allowed me to give myself what I haven't given myself for such a long time. And so I would say that this is even on recorded. I would like to end this thank you for all of you in the same way, exposing myself and finally telling my truth and recognizing that being strong, it's independent from, can be, yeah, you don't need to be a big strong dude to be a strong person. So I would like to close by saying, my name is Giacomo, I suck dicks, and I'm a man. Thank you. Thank you.
Email.
Thank you.
Coming here was something that I felt I really needed to do for myself. Like, I'm a mum, and I really want to rewrite the narrative of what it means to be a mum and inspire other mums out there. So many mums think that they need to give more to their children and self-sacrifice, and that's what they need to do. But I believe that to be a conscious parent is to give to ourselves. So if I want my daughter Summer to put herself first, I need to put myself first and lead by example. And I don't feel guilty at all for being here, and I feel so supported being here in Bali, like being able to send her to daycare and have a nanny. Some of you may become mums and you'll realize how fucking hard it is going through postpartum. And I feel like coming here has been a real rebirth for myself, because I've gone from having my businesses and a career and being going, I'm the coach, I'm the yoga teacher, I do this, I do that, and then stripping all that away and then going, okay, I'm a mother. And then it's like, well, who the fuck am I outside of all of these roles? So I feel like this has been a metamorphosis for me of a rebirth of discovering myself and not putting my worth in what I do, but who I actually am. And I feel like I am really starting to step into that, and it feels really good. And I'm so grateful to be here with each and every one of you. And there's been times where it's been really challenging for me and I've wanted to run away, and Alex has always seen me and he's always made that eye contact with me, and he's always been that rock to really pull me out, and I appreciate that so much. You have like this such caring, beautiful soul where you have care for each and every one of us, and you're so tapped into our needs that you provide this safe space without intruding. You're like, I know what that person's going through and I'm here, and you kind of guide that facilitation. So I really appreciate that. Thank you. I feel like I really needed to go back and just feel some of my traumas, because I intellectualized a lot of what had happened to me, and I needed to actually just feel it and not make any sense of it. So I was able to really discover some big wounds I had. There was one around rejection, so that's where you've seen me being a little bit more closed off, and now I've released that and opened up a lot more. So I'm so grateful for that. And
yeah, like this is just the beginning. It's been such an incredible journey. I've loved getting to know you all and hearing all of your stories and seeing how I resonate with each and every one of you. So thank you so much. I'll never forget this moment. It's been so special. Aho.
What's funny is that often you say things that you might not truly. I came for a fucking breathwork training. I came here to learn more about breathwork. And I got that, but there was so much more that I never thought that I could ask for. It's very hard. It's very hard to accept the fact that you might be that I was scared, in a sense. Scared to be vulnerable. I was scared of judgment, and I think that was the biggest take from all that I needed, from all that I could have asked for. And there's just so much that I can say, and I've been sitting there waiting for me to talk here, just thinking about what am I gonna say, but that's the whole fucking problem. That's what makes me tired. That's what drains me. So I'm here to speak from the heart, and I vouch for that from here onwards, that with every action, with every interaction, I will try to be more operating from the heart, which is scary. And I could have never believed, if anyone would tell me that I could have dropped that, I could have opened up and still feel connected and safe with every one of you. I've never expected that. I've never experienced this in my life. And that's the reason why my show has always been that strong and that tough, because I've never had the opportunity to open up. But now I realize that the last moment in my life when I've been this vulnerable is when I was connected to my friends more than ever, and when they showed me how much they were there for me. Only when I allowed myself to be vulnerable, and the moment when I was okay and I started putting up my walls, that's when my friends were going, "Oh, Diego, what's going on, man? You're disconnecting." Now I see why. So I'm gonna stay in this space, operate from the heart, and just be forever grateful for what I've received here from all of you guys. Thank you. Aho.
Every time it's my turn to talk, I feel very fucking nervous. For me, this training, yeah, I left Holland in January. Quit my job because I fucking hated it. I hated the corporate world and wearing a mask all day and not really being my authentic self. And yeah, I wasn't happy there. And I took this big leap of faith together with my boyfriend. We were not even that long together, so maybe it was a bit naive as well. But we, yeah, we took this big leap of faith, and he already knew what he wanted to do. But for me, it wasn't clear yet. So growing up in Europe is all about security and your next step or your next move. And for me, it was so fucking hard to actually listen to my heart and not care about other people's opinions. About everyone was, I think, also rejecting their fears on our plan. Like, oh, but what are you gonna do? Do you already know what kind of job you're gonna have, or what is your plan? And I was like, I don't fucking know. I'm just gonna go there, and I'm gonna believe that the universe has a plan for me. And but it was very hard to stay in that mindset with all of the sounds around me saying, you're fucking crazy, what the fuck are you gonna do? But now I feel so grateful that I believed in it, and I saw this one video on Instagram of breathwork, and I didn't have any knowledge about it. It was just watching a video on Instagram, thank God for Instagram, and I was like, what the fuck, that's fucking cool. And then I researched it, and then just came here without any other experience with it. But yeah, it just called me, and being here, I'm just so grateful for every one of you and all of the lessons you've learned taught me, yeah. For opening up and letting me be vulnerable. And yeah, I really think I found my passion and what I want to do. And it's time for me to step into that power and actually believe in myself. And I feel so supported by all of you, and I hope that will stay when we leave this place. And I'm really gonna miss all of you guys. And every morning when I would come here, I was like, oh, it just feels like a second family. And thank you. I hope.
Okay. Good.
The hair, let's see.
Is my hair?
It's beautiful.
Is it? Okay. I hope you have enough time. Maybe it's got a little bit longer than 3 minutes. No. uh, no. Wow. These 3 weeks were so intensive for me. Yeah, I came here to become a breathwork facilitator, to become new skills. I knew it's getting maybe a little bit emotional because I did breathwork before. But I realized I have still skills in facilitate groups. But what I didn't have is the skill of authentic relating. And that was a huge thing here. What the fuck, what's authentic relating? And I struggled a lot with this. It felt like you begin with surfing or snowboarding. At the beginning, you drink a lot of water or you eat a lot of snow. So it was so hard, but the key is to come every day, just stand up, believe in the community, in the group, and trust in yourself. and go forward. So I'm super, super, super grateful for the whole time, for every one of you. I'm still in the process of authentic relating, telling the truth, and yeah, but I'm really grateful for this. I have still time, perfect. No, I think I'm good. Thank you. Oh.
I think it's a Swiss thing not to take too much time. We're like always in rush and
Also eating snow.
yeah. So I started last November with my first breathwork experience with Alex, and ever since that I kept thinking about it and wondering, like what more I could learn about it, and I was hesitant to sign up for it because of me thinking, can I make a transformation? Can I go through that? And will I be able to do it? But from this 2 days experience, I knew Alex knows what he's talking about, and I fully trusted him. And I came here feeling lost, feeling like, what the fuck am I going to do with my life? I don't know which direction to go, and I didn't have any answer inside of me. And I came with a lot of expectations, but the first week I really dropped them, and I could feel like the power and the potential inside of me raising, and feeling that everything I need to do is believe in myself and just letting myself be and giving me space. And yeah, so I really feel super confident about me, and it's crazy to say that, I finally can compliment myself and mean it, and I can accept compliments of you and believe you guys. So that's a really big transformation. I said at one point I don't feel like I did a bigger transformation, but I think it's a kind of smooth and slow one. But I feel it will continue, and I definitely wanna keep focusing on that for a long time. And yeah, I mean, I learned so much about breathwork and how to become a great facilitator, and the knowledge you shared with us, Alex. I think there's no way I could find that in a book, in a YouTube video, or somewhere else. It's just all your experience, all your heart, and that's why I appreciate so much that I could be here, and that I have this privilege to learn from you and from all of you, and yeah, to be in this beautiful space, and to see and witness everyone else just shining and yeah, growing. And so thank you all. Aho.
Hello. Yeah, I learned so much from this thing. Blah blah blah. But I'm sick of talking, and the biggest lesson I learned from here really is that I want to hold the space, and I want to stop talking, and I don't like the sound of constantly hearing my own voice and in my own narratives and telling my own story. I love Dave today. He taught me such a big lesson. In like, he just held the fucking space from it. It's beautiful, and that's what I want to do. So for that reason, I want to sing a song, and I don't know the words, but really. How many times can a man look up before he really sees the sky? How many seas must the white dove sail before she sleeps in the sand? Yes, and how many times must the cannonball fly before it is forever banned? The answer, my friends, is blowing in the wind. The answer is blowing in the wind.
you
minutes?
appreciate the visual effect. And
Yeah.
Oh, cinematic.
It's a Scottish training.
All right, so and I'll try not to be a crybaby, but it's probably gonna come up anyway. But at least now I know I have a partner who actually has it tattooed, so I'm not the only one. So initially I came in the training to work on like my brand situation and like get over my past relationship, and then I got here, we started doing the work, and I realized I actually had to also work on myself, which was like, oh yeah, right, there's that big part. And Alex was bluntly honest, like the tough love he promised he would give, he delivered in front of everybody. That was good. I think I cried for like 2 days, but then everything came out. It was a good sinus cleanse in that sense. But yeah, thank you, Alex, for being that honest, but also like taking the time of, you know, meeting me on the side and actually going through it with me, because it was very difficult. And thank you, Gloria, for playing the savior. I didn't want to have any savior when I went crying forever, but it actually was nice to have somebody having my back and listening to me. So what I will take home from this training is mostly that I'm a crybaby, no, but also like all the nice connection I've made with everybody, and it's also from the people you meet that you get the biggest life lessons. So I think I would not have been able to go through the process without everyone. So thank you. I hope.
I love you.
You too, my crybaby.
Can people just do this if I start talking 1,000 miles an hour? That would be great. I'm aware I do that. Ooh. So I started this course with a notepad in my hand and a pen, super eager to learn. And then we all sat in a circle and people started crying, and I was like, fuck, I don't know what I'm going to do. This is somewhere I can't run and hide. I came here really eager to learn about breathwork and have everything really planned out, and this is my future, and I don't really have to think about myself. And Alex did not allow that to happen. He really made sure I was looking within, and it was fucking hard, and it was horrible, and it was painful, but it taught me a lot. I'm allowed to cry. I've learnt that. It's okay. My little crybabies too. It's amazing and it's beautiful. And I'm still trying to not let wipe the tears away. I'm learning to accept them in, and that was probably one of the biggest learning curves. So thank you to all of you vulnerable souls who took that big step first. Yeah, I've learned a lot about myself. I think this is probably, I came in this just constantly in the fight or flight. I was just fighting life 24/7, expecting the worst out of everyone and everything. And the little lone wolf, didn't even realise you pointed that out. I even put that as my spirit animal. She was knocked aside, and a little puppy kind of came crawling into the circle. He was accepting more love, and wants more people around her, and wants all of these beautiful souls and their energy and their shit and everything that you all bring together. It's gorgeous and wonderful, and I'm so excited for my future and a more relaxed, calmer, inner future. I'm more in touch with myself. I probably feel the calmest I've felt in years, which is incredible. I'm not on edge 24/7, and I'm babbling now, and I'm happy to finish up, but I just want to say I love you all. You've all taught me something really, 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 really special, even though you don't realise it. And probably for the first time in my life, I feel like I'm actually part of a community. So, ow.
Come on, Maddie. Lay shrimp on the barbie.
Yeah, I mean, I came here to be a breathwork facilitator. I thought that I had it all figured out. And then a few, 2 weeks before I came, I started absolutely fucking crashing and burning, and my life started deteriorating, and the way that I was feeling was heavy, and I was like, holy fuck, I have so much shit that I have to deal with. And I'm like so grateful for the fact that I brought that in before I came, because I know that it takes me a long time to open up. Yeah, so I just want to thank you guys all for being yourself and allowing me to be myself. It's something that I really struggle with. A lot of my life, I feel like I praise being vulnerable, and I'm always vulnerable, but I guess my level of vulnerability was showing my emotions when I wanted to, not showing them when I felt them. So I guess, and I know now that I can feel my emotions when I feel them, and that's something that the biggest thing that I'm going to take away from this is not hiding, not trying to change my narrative, and just feeling what I feel in the moment, and that's okay. Yeah, I think a lot of my value was being strong and holding space for others, but I don't think I was truly holding space for anyone. I think I was just pushing away the space that I had for myself. So I never had any space for me, and all the space that I gave to others was out of my heart. So there was just never space for me, and I never really felt truly seen. So the thing that I'm most grateful for is I've got the best marketing ploy ever. My first breathwork session was an absolute fucking train wreck, but now look at me. Yeah, I am so beyond excited, and I feel like so myself. I feel seen by everyone. I feel, like I'm actually letting out what I want, rather than just being the most vulnerable person in a non-vulnerable room. I'm a vulnerable person in a very vulnerable room, and I am so very privileged and grateful to be able to share that experience with you guys. Ayumi, I'm very grateful for you, especially. I think this relationship has taught me so much about myself. It's taught me so much about not running away, about fighting the patterns, about changing the narratives. I think I've had so many narratives to control my life for the last 3 or 4 years, and they don't serve me anymore. They protected me, and I'm grateful for what they did, but they don't serve me anymore. And you've helped me break a few walls down, if you know what I mean. Yeah. No. But in all seriousness, I am so fucking grateful for everyone's experience. And I feel like I'm coming out actually myself. I'm coming out vulnerable. I'm coming out raw and authentic, and I can share from my heart space, which is what I know that I'm truly capable of. So, I could not recommend this experience anymore, and I'm probably talking to the camera now, but this is not what I expected at all, but it's exactly what I needed. So thank you so much. Aho.
Aho.
Thank you.
Yeah. What do I want to share? I'm thinking about one thing. Like in November, I was making a vision board, and then on this vision board, I had the word breath, but I didn't really think I was gonna do a few months later do a breathwork training, and here I am. I wanted to learn more about the breath, and I did way more. Actually, I was very hesitant. I think my thing about this training, I was like, oh my god, it's 20 people. This is too much. Oh my god, it's not just women, it's women and men. And like for the past things, if I did transformation work, it was always just women. And I didn't really feel like, doing it with men. So I was a bit like, oh, I'm curious. Also a man space holder. That's different. And I'm actually so grateful because it really opened my heart up to also work with the other gender, but also with the same gender. So there was like a perfect balance for me of the masculine and the feminine. And also in Alex and Gloria, I feel like that
I actually wanted to come to you, Alex, because I felt you were so grounded, and I needed someone who would teach me more how to ground and breath and be in the body. But I'm so grateful that like Gloria was here for the magic, because that made me feel home, and I was like, oh, this is like the magic I love. So I really saw as well that the masculine and feminine, it's there, and it's beautiful to have seen that, and that it's alive like that. And I think most of all what I learned is from everybody around, like, I just love the diversity in the people, and that everything has, everyone had someone that I was like, wow, I liked it about you. And then at one point I was also mirroring back more like, oh, because I'm always so focused on the other people that I'm like, okay, well, but what like do I like about myself? And I think in this training, it was a bit forced maybe someone to first talk about yourself, what you like about yourself, or what I like about myself, or speaking from the I anyway. And but I think thanks to also all the feedback, I started to believe more in myself, and I think that's what I really needed, to believe more in myself, to believe in my skills, to believe in who I am. And that after this training, I actually feel so ready now to become a facilitator, and I'm really so excited to hold space and become or to be a compassionate witness of future things, what's gonna come. And I think the last thing what I really learned as well is to speak from the heart, and not try to save it all with my mind, because I feel I'm really safe in my mind, and I'm super grateful I can speak from the heart. And I just want to say I love you guys all, and thank you so much. And that's it.
Let's go. Raus.
I don't like cameras.
Right.
You look bored. And I didn't even start yet. Okay. You, yeah. Okay, yeah, I came here to be a breathwork facilitator. But like Stephanie, we met last November at Alex's 2-day workshop, and in that 2-day event, I saw like so much magic that was happening in that I felt the calling to come back here and dig in deeper and to know more, and to to just kind of understand what that magic is and how maybe I can bring it to others as well. So that brought me here. Then when I got here, I was like, imagined all of us on a life raft and set out to sea. And I was very worried for us. I found like I was like pointing out every hole in the boat. I was trying to patch it. I was very concerned for our survival. Yeah, and then like Alex pointed out that I'm doing this, and I was like, oh man, I always saw this like as a privilege, that I have the time to like, and I'm doing good, so I feel like it's a privilege to care for others. And so it was an interesting experiment to like try not to take care of others and to step out of that. I appreciate this exercise. Because like I did take care of myself. I did listen into myself. I felt like I took more time for that rather than being like quick to be like, okay, I'm good. Are you okay? but yeah, it just took more time for self-awareness and was noticing a lot more things about myself. But now I also, like, in watching others care for themselves, I got to step into that, like, compassionate witness space a lot more, like not being the teacher, not being the caregiver, like just witness people going through what they were going through, feeling what they were feeling, speaking up for their own needs, setting their own boundaries. And it was really amazing. Restores a lot of my faith in humanity and the future of our planet by seeing you all go through your experiences. I value that so much. And yeah, in turn, I feel like completely supported and connected. I was thinking, like, my go-to, like, at the end of this is to, like, go do yoga, maybe free diving, like things that take care of me, but it also feels like really amazing to still stay connected to you all and still, like, not just run off to Jill's life, but to, like, stay with community. And yeah, I'm excited to, like, build our murmuring birds and find more birds in the flock. Now I was kind of seeing, like, instead of the lifeboat image, it's gone. I kind of see each of us as, like, this, like, beautiful pillar, and then as like it's like it was draped, and then the drape starts, like, revealing itself, and for some of the pillars, like, it's this beautiful woman with an incredible shape and pride and beauty and grace and self-forgiveness. And with some of the pillars, you know, it's the physique and the intelligence and the wise and humility and strength, and then all together these pillars now, instead of a lifeboat, for me they are making, like, this incredible cathedral that is just, like, shines into it all this light and radiance through the stained glass. This is my visual with what we've created here in this community. So yeah, I'm very grateful for all of you and this opportunity so much.
He even looked up at the camera.
One more thing I'll add is, like, it wasn't perfect, like, the training, but there was a lesson in my reaction to something missing, or my reaction to something, like, being frustrated with, or my reaction to being, like, having someone here be my Zen master for a moment. Like, I started to see that there was opportunity for me in that, to see how I was reacting to that, and then I could see in my real life, like, how that's, like, how I'm coping with it here is how I'm coping with it outside of here, and then the tools we learn to address it in this space, I feel like I can take outside of this space and put them to use as well. So yeah, thank you very much. Appreciate you and all you've offered us. You as well. Okay, aho.
Aho.
Thank you.
Go Robin. Go Robin. Go Robin.
Okay. Hi everyone. Originally I said no to doing the breathwork course, And at the last minute, I changed my mind because I knew deep down that I needed to dig deep, because I've sort of just pushed everything down, and I feel like I've got things covered, everything's fine, but I know within my body I wasn't right. There was still something that I needed to release. I probably still haven't really fully opened up, but I know I have a lot from day one. I'm really grateful that I did say yes, and I am here, and super grateful to know every one of you, because you've all just made me feel worthy, which I haven't felt for a very long time. And I've learnt that, because I had this narrative that I came here just to work on myself. I wasn't going to be a facilitator, and that was just the fear, because deep down inside I just thought I wasn't going to be good enough, I wasn't going to remember anything, but then that last minute I decided to do it, and I'm so grateful that I did, because I think I did a fucking amazing job. So when I didn't prepare, and just all the love from all you guys, it's just incredible, really incredible. And yeah, I still got a lot to learn about myself, but I think I'm starting to find little pieces of who I used to be. I've shut myself down and shut myself off to the world for so long, but it's slowly starting to come to the surface, and that's because of all you guys, because you've just embraced me, and you've supported me, and you've given me my space, and you just made me feel heard, which was just really beautiful. So I thank each and every one of you for all your support, your love, and making me feel like I am important, and I do have I have a lot to offer, not only myself but others around me, and I'm really looking forward to going back and giving and helping people, because that's what I love to do. I like to serve and just bring the awareness of the breath, because it's just so important. And just all you guys learning all this at such a young age, and just sort of encouraging yourself to just better yourself. I just think it's just incredible, because you don't want to get to my age and just think, oh fuck, why didn't I do that sooner? Because it's just so valuable. So I appreciate every one of you. I appreciate you, Alex and Gloria. Thank you for letting me share with you, because that just really opened me up a lot. So thank you from the bottom of my heart. Aho.
Aho.
No again. I'm last because I really didn't want to do this right now. I had a big share today, and I feel a little bit or a lot dysregulated. The only reason why I'm doing it is because each one of you had a moment where you didn't want to show up, and you did. So I'm taking that strength and just doing this right now. Knowledge is everything for me. My entire career is around knowledge. And now knowledge is nothing here. So I just have to learn to unlearn. And the best to come is when you are unprepared and you are in your authentic heart. I had a little bit of a taste of breath work back in February from people who were doing the training, and
it truly started to shift in me the energies in them blocks. And so I came here just thinking I just want a little bit of that. I had the privilege to get to know Alex outside of this as a human, as a friend. But when I was reading all the reviews, I thought like, I mean, sure, he's great, but what the fuck? And now I know absolutely 100% each of one of those. It's speaking from heart and from truth. You just blow my mind away with all the experience, learnings, and you're absolutely cracked open again and again and again and again. I thought I sort of knew what I was coming for, but had no idea. So my biggest lesson is expect the unexpected. Thank you. Oh, I hope.